All right, I'm joined once again by the Reaper, SD Dumas. Welcome back, man. How you been?
Hey man, I'm been good, bro. How about you, brother?
I've been great, bro. Happy to have you back on here. You've been quiet though, ever since your recent fight. So kind of let us know what you've been up to in the meantime.
Recent fight, I've been seeing everybody, yap about things. Oh, he's cut, he needs to be cut. Stuff like that. Like I told people, bro, even my last fight with Zach, when it ended in no contest, I felt great that fight. I actually was in the camp. I actually put in the work. You know what I'm saying? So it was fun. It brought me back to my old self of just fighting, being back in that same nature of how I used to be. So when I was fighting Zach, I was like, perfect. And everybody was like, bro, he got kicked in his nuts, he's faking it, he's this, he's that. And then, we got the little controversial talk about, oh, people throwing fights for betting odds and all this and shit. So I'm getting all this crazy talk, yada yada yada. No, you know what I mean? No, hold on.
I got you. You
Um,
chilling.
okay. No, you know what I'm saying? I gotta tell people, no, I'm not throwing no fights for them betting odds. No, I'm not faking any injuries. I know the last fight, people was like, oh, he's about to tap beforehand. It wasn't in the sense of me even about to tap beforehand. It was a sense of like, oh shit, I thought I had it, and I was trying to like put my hand up to go under to reverse. But like I told people, because a lot of people ask like what happened in that fight, because a lot of people was like, man, this is the first time we ever seen SD actually, you know, go at it instead of play on a veer end and stuff like that. And like I told a lot of people, it was on me. I blew my gasket because, I took the fight on short notice instead of focusing on MMA cardio. I was focused on striking with the dude instead of doing the main things. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a veteran, of course. He's coming up. And I ain't gonna be real with you. I respect Dante.
He's a
He's
cool
like,
dude.
yeah, out of all the fighters, bro, I respect like Dennis Tulin, Dante. I did try to respect, Josh Frim at the time. I tried to, didn't work. I respect Abu. But we barely even talk anymore because he's across the country and stuff like that. We chap in here and there. So there's a few people I fuck with, you know what I mean? And like Dante, when we talk and stuff, I even told him, bro, like I fuck with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope you make it to the top. And like I told him, I see him up there. You know what I'm saying? As long as he keep training like he's been doing, he'll make it to the top. Like I said, so I told people like I fucked myself by not remembering on the 2 weeks notice, like, hey, um, work on everything. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So it was a fun fight. I just want to tell everybody, like, yeah, I'm sorry to go that way, but I want everybody to know, like, hey, I'm not scared to strike, grapple. You know what I'm saying? I'm not scared to. Once I put the little pieces together, then everything's going to come on like it's doing now. So I'm working on a lot of different things that is going towards, how can you say, like, the MMA part. Like I want to outstrike a person. Okay, remember, you might want to take him down, or he might want to try to take you down. So just remember that. So now I'm working on like different stuff in strength and conditioning. Um, you know what I'm saying? Just working the things I need to work because now that I see that, man, like, hey, I can, how can you say the word without saying it like cocky? I know I can outlast these dudes because, like everybody say, Dante ain't never been past the first round. I brung him out the first round. You know what I'm saying? Like, got the fastest submissions on Dana White Tuesday Contender Series. Fought high level competitions. Like I told people, it's only been 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Um, so now that I'm understanding and learning that I can be a well-rounded fighter, the only thing I got to do is just put myself around the well-rounded people. You know what I mean? And that even means in the ring, in the gym, and outside the ring and outside the gym. Because like I've been loyal to a lot of people that I really need him to be loyal to. You know what I'm saying? And it costs me my peace, my character, the way I act, shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just had to fully focus on like making sure I know who I am. Because after that last fight with Dante, and I read people comments and kind of interacted with people that I thought was a homie and all this and stuff, it showed me like, nah, you boys ain't the homies. You know what I'm saying? You're a fan until shit hit the fan. You know what I mean? So now that I realize that, it's kind of like everything I keep around me is at a high respect or a mutual respect. No dissing, no sneak dissing, no talking, none of that no more. Because at the end of the day, even Bob Marley said it. We're not perfect. Nobody's perfect.
Right.
So now that I put myself in that mindset, it's like that.
Not facts. I feel like that's the one thing I hate though, when fans turn on a fighter just because they lose. It's like you were never a supporter in the first place.
Yeah. Like, and like I tell people, it's not a bandwagon. It's not that fan don't want to see that fighter succeed. It's just that it's the same thing when we watch NFL or basketball. Like we know like a certain team might win or might lose. But at the end of the day, like people still stay with Dallas Cowboys, and 90% of the time they fans know, oh my gosh, they're probably gonna lose. But Dallas actually been doing a good thing this year. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people got to realize like things might take time to click, and sometimes it might be that person or just the surrounding area. You know what I'm saying? Because people are scared of change, and I'm scared of change. But now that I realize it, that fuck it, I ain't scared of change no more. Whatever I need to do, fuck it, let's do it. And that's been my biggest thing. I've been scared of change. And that's what's been going through all my UFC fights, striking, grappling, wrestling. Like it was certain things in each fight that I have taken now that I was scared because it was a change. And now that I went to everything now, it's not a problem anymore. I'm not scared of change. I'm not scared of this. I'm not scared of that. You know what I mean? So now I just know how to go about life and know how to go about things in a respectful way with people.
What was making you like hesitant about the change? Because I think I saw a tweet too. You're saying something along the lines of one of your coaches or somebody you were kind of keeping along in your career. He's
Yeah,
giving you bad vibes before the fight and shit. Like,
yeah,
almost like thinking you're gonna lose before the fight even happens, or at least putting that in your mind, like the thought.
yeah. Yeah, man. Because I used to have a coach. I used to just talk to like just on the sideline. Not including my main coaches, but like someone on the sideline. And like it always used to seem like, hey man, you want me to win, but you don't want me to win. So but I always kept around because he was kind of sort of like not saying family, but just close. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, why the fuck I'm keeping this dude around me? You know what I'm saying? And then like once I stopped talking to him, man, that man started blowing me up, then stopped talking to me and started saying, yeah, you fucking pussy. And I'm like, hey man, see, that's exactly what I just needed to know. So it was kind of sort of like I figured it out now. You know what I'm saying? And then the people, and like it's true though, a lot of people don't like the word no. You can be a
True.
yes man all day, but once I said no, everybody wasn't fucking with it no more.
Damn. All right.
But it feels good though, because like I say, now it's like, fuck it. And I'm in that mindset, like if you want to fight, we can fight. If you don't want to fight, we'll say each other distance and I respect you from a distance.
Yeah. Damn. It's like that, huh? You guys got a fucking beef now because
Well,
you
no,
talked to him.
it's not even beefing at all. I don't even got to beef with him. It's
Yeah.
just that's a mindset that I got with everybody now.
Okay.
Like, yeah, because like I got to be a man at one point. I'm 30 years old now, and I ain't about to let nobody dictate me, fuck up my career. Now, when I was in my 20s, okay, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, 30, no, bitch, you ain't about to fuck up my career. You can guide me in the right direction because I'm still young and shit. You know what I mean? But nah, bro, you ain't about to fuck up my career. I'm sorry, you're not about to mess up my career because I literally worked my career from the mud up. Like hitting the heavy bag all day, shadow boxing, teaching myself footwork at one point, just going to gyms to spar bitches, to grapple people, then started getting a little bit of like work with people. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, bro. So I know I'm finna dictate my career at a gym, get with people, get this legal stuff handled and situated and out the way, you know what I'm saying? And just rock out because like I say, 2026 is the year I need to come back and show motherfuckers what I really am and what I'm about. Because I see these dudes, bro. You know, every dude I have fought, you know what I'm saying? Even lost to. Um, I see it in their eyes. Like they not hungry. They're just waiting for a certain shot or or something like that. I don't know how to explain it. Like I'm hungry. Like I want to fight. I love to fight. I don't like taking years and 6 months off unless I have to. You know what I'm saying? But if I have the right training, the right, plan and everything else, I'm gonna go for it. But if my people tell me like, hey, let's take a month to work, 2 months to take a fight. After that, then let's work. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that because if you're a fighter, bro, you're gonna fight. You're gonna take your L's, you're gonna take your wins and keep it moving. Like I say, look at Charles Oliveira. Everybody said his ass was trash. And
Yeah.
then boom. You know what I'm saying?
Resurgence.
Yeah, like it's you got to find yourself back again before it's too late, and that's what it is. I found myself back again. I found myself relaxing. I found myself catching peace with certain shit. Not on this peace journey trip that niggas be talking about on the internet. I found myself, bitch. No, you never found yourself. You still been here. You just started being depressed and losing yourself. That's it. And that's the main thing that happens to a lot of people. But a lot of people get older and get cocky, and then that's what really fuck them and make them real depressed.
Not
So
facts.
you really just got to find your happiness about how you was a kid. That's why people get mad at me when I like even at fights. I be dancing all the time. Why? Because for a whole week I don't got to deal with nobody bullshit. You know what I mean? So I feel happy. But now it's like I found myself again. So my happy self is back. You know what I'm saying? Smoking my gas packaroni, staying out the way, training every day and resting every day, taking care of my kids. And that's it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody got a problem with that, you feel me? You know, I slap the shit out you.
All right. Well, I think somebody might have a problem, which we'll get to in a little bit. But
Oh
um,
shit.
with all the stuff you're talking about, like working on yourself, finding yourself, I'm glad to hear it. And we've talked about it in the past, but I just want to ask you again because you admitted, you're a little bit scared of change. So
Hmm.
now that you're kind of bringing it up again, like what are you looking to kind of change? Like what's the big changes you're looking to make? Like because we're talking about going to Pensacola and all that stuff. I don't know how realistic that is, but since you thought about it a little bit, what's like the most realistic plan of action for you?
Bro, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm a professional. Um, a lot of head coaches, even at the highest level, told me stay consistent, train grappling and MMA, especially.
Yeah.
Um, they said because you have a gift, you know what I'm saying? And I said, that's right. But like they told me, bro, you got to stay focused. You know what I mean? And that's what the change was. I started getting comfortable. And that's what I said, nah, this comfortable shit, I don't, I ain't, I was cool with it, but it it wasn't it anymore. Like it made me be a person I'm not. It made me think I'm the man. Made me think I got bitches. Made me think I got like stupid shit on lock. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
yeah,
Shit that
it
don't
was.
even necessarily matter.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if I want to go out and go have fun, I go have fun. If I want to do this, I do this. But like doing it for an image, buying the clothes and shit, trying to look apart and not doing the part, like, yeah, that shit was fake. You know what I mean? And like I feel like I was being fake. And I don't like that shit. And then when people call me out on it, oh, you throw your little tantrum tantrums and shit like that. Yeah, nigga, because you called me out on it, but 50-50 of it is true and 50 of it is not. So it's like, it's aggravating. But now
Facts.
that it's like these changes that I made, it's like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect it. You told me some shit I needed to hear. And one of the things was one of my changes was that listening more and giving my opinion afterwards and seeing what people listen. So that was like one of my biggest changes too. But now when I just be like, fuck it, all right, I hear you. Not finna go for it how I want to, then I'm gonna get your part into it. So like I need that like little back page knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're taking advice now, so to speak, a little bit more.
Well, taking advice, and then if the bridge has already been burned of the advice you're already giving me, I'm gonna take it from you like I'm Robin Hood and just not go back to your village. And I'm just gonna apply it to what I need to apply it to make sure I don't fuck up again or make the wrong move and make my next move be the best move and make my next move be the smartest move.
Got you. So almost you're being more careful with who you keep around in the circle too. If you've given bad advice in
Parts.
the past, it's like we don't got time to keep wasting kicking it and shit like that. It's just not gonna work out.
Yeah, and like I don't even care if my homeboys hear this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it was Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying? I blew everybody off. You know what I mean? I hung out with family. I just chilled. Um, and there's no disrespect none of the homies I still fuck with. You know what I mean? But at every given point, I know my niggas might turn on me, my homeboys might turn on me, and I just gotta respect it. Just gotta respect it. And you know, if they hear it, you know what I'm saying? Like even goes for my coaches. But one thing I'm gonna say this, and like I said, and I tell this to nobody, there's no disrespect. Like I hope if we do break apart and don't be cool no more, let it not be on some real petty shit that you'll slander somebody's name and we have a whole confrontation on like Mazadov and Kobe Covington. I ain't trying to have it like that. If we let that shit cut, you eat at that table, I eat at this table. And if we can come to mutual agreements later on as men, after we had that little dick contest, then let's talk about it. But after that, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep you at a, like I told you, at a mutual respect. Not the highest no more, but mutual.
Right. Keep the peace almost. I've been
Yeah.
seeing though, I saw a video of you in like a garage. I think I reacted to it on stream, but I think you're like back kicking it with the homies. So like now you're trying to kind of separate yourself a little bit. You know, just speaking for myself real quick, I grew up, I
Yes.
had a lot of friends and shit, but
Um,
as time goes on, you know, like, and it's nothing personal, but sometimes you gotta go. You know what I mean? Some other people that I've been friends with forever, they're good energy for me. You know what I mean? They bring value to
facts.
my life. And the ones who don't necessarily, we're still cool, you know, but yeah, man, we can't kick it on the same tip we have always been. And also I noticed some people like to keep you kicking it or on that same schedule, right, that you
Yeah.
always been kicking it with. But when you lock in, something got to change, but they notice that and they want to keep dragging you back to like, dude, we used to kick it every day. It's like, yeah, bro, but now we're almost 30 and shit like that. You know, you're 30 now. We can't keep kicking it every day. If you don't recognize that shit, then we got to move on from each other.
Facts. And I don't think a lot of people realize that, bro. Like I tell people, oh, you still smoking on camera, you still doing this, yes, bro, because guess what? When I was making it to the big show, guess what? I was still smoking. You know what was taken from me was my happiness of smoking and taking that smoke and consistently training for 2 to 3, 4 hours a day. That's what happened when I started hanging around with fucked up ass people or people that want to be like, we're on your side. We support you. We want the best for you. You really don't, because if you did, you know certain shit that I do and certain shit I don't like that y'all niggas want to take it away from me. And I wasn't cool with that. You know what I'm saying? And I realized like, bro, I'm this dude that's just a funny ass dude, like to watch anime. You feel me? Like cool, notorious street fighter. I've still fucked with that name because guess what? I did a lot of shit that a lot of niggas from the streets wouldn't done. And I respect everybody in the streets that's even made it to the UFC, that turned their life around, cooking. I respect everybody. So that's why I like the title, the Notorious Street Fighter. So I'm gonna keep that shit going, but I'm gonna make it a brand of letting people know you can be worldwide with this shit. So like when you start seeing Notorious Fighter, woo woo, the Reaper, hey, you know I'm trying to make some plays with this.
Okay. Oh yeah. All right. Well, good to hear. And I want to add one more thing. like I'm not saying don't even kick it with your homies, but almost like if you identify that they're not good energy for you, I think those are the ones, you got to peacefully separate. Just a little bit of advice.
Facts. Or do it like how they did in school. Put everybody in a folder and pick them out when you need to. Because guess what? You gonna know when the energy and the vibes are. You know what I'm saying? So when that start to happen, people start to act fun, people start to call you an asshole, people say you start moving a certain type of way. Nah, buddy, I see stuff different, but instead of making an argument, I'm just gonna hang out you with select times.
Yeah.
Nothing disrespectful. You know
No,
what I'm
I
saying?
actually always say too, like your real friends are the ones where if you don't talk to them for a few months and you talk to them again, you pick off like nothing left, you know? Those are the
Yeah,
real
facts.
friends. Yeah. The
Well,
ones who
yeah,
fucking start
that.
crashing out in the middle, I feel like, you know?
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Oh no, you good. I was gonna say, yeah, that's true. But even niggas I ain't talked to in like some months, and I still see they on the same shit, but still respect me. I can't even distance myself away from them.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. I
Yeah,
think
bro.
that's a good choice.
Yeah, bro. Like a lot of people, bro, they be in their own little world. So I just let it be, man.
Right.
Like I be in my own little world, so I know they be in their own little world. You know what I mean?
No, I feel you. We all in our own little world.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? Oh.
Yeah.
So I just let
Okay.
everybody be, man, bro. But that's what I just say, bro. I just been focused, training, making some changes, and actually going to apply myself to these changes. So that's why I've been off social media a little bit, but still been on social media.
I've been
But
seeing training videos, which is always good.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm trying to mostly just show everybody, like, nah, I'm back working. Like, yeah, I post my little funny videos here and there, but nah, bro, I'm back working, like, here point blank, and I'm not taking no days off. I'll rest, but I ain't taking no days off from what I need to do and accomplish in that ring. So
Okay. Speaking of the Dante fight, real quick, two things on that. In the fight, you talked about how you didn't throw the fight necessarily because a lot of people were saying that, so I'm glad you cleared that up. But the other thing a lot of people wanted answers for was the Rolling Thunders.
yeah,
What was the thought process behind the Rolling Thunder?
bro, I was really just trying to catch him with one of the kicks, or whatever, because like I tell people, like I am a kickboxer, like that's one of the things I can throw at a person, you know what I mean? And I don't know if one of them caught him or not, but it's like I said, it was a sense of like, fuck, man, like my wrestling cardio just went from bam to boom. But I'm like, hey, I gotta keep fighting, you know what I'm saying? And like I told people, man, it was fun. Like dude throwing elbows at me and I'm blocking them and holding them and people like, did it hit you? I'm like, nah, it didn't. It didn't even hurt, but it, I don't know if it hit me or not. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it was a fun fight. It's like I told you, like I like unlocked a lot of my fears and shit like that. And I'm just like, bet.
No, it looked like you were just really going for it. So moving forward, I think that'll pay some dividends in the next fight.
Oh
As
yeah,
long as you
buddy,
work on the
like
grappling this time. But again, all the short notice shit, right? You're saying no more short notices or what? It's been two.
fuck no.
Okay.
Fuck no. I
Thank
still
you.
do short notice, bro.
Oh my God. What the?
Listen,
Why?
because
Just get a real camp or something like that. At least one
and see
more.
that right there, that's what I'm saying. Like, I want a real camp. I'm gonna get one. But my
Okay.
thing is this, and this me being real, bro, and this is for all the professional athletes that's out there, and they can vouch for me on this. Stay ready so you don't gotta get ready. And that's been the main focus that fucked me. I was pretending like I was ready, and I wasn't. So stay ready so you don't gotta get ready. So even though I'm doing all my personal shit in the mix of things, like I said, gotta make sure I at least get my training in. But if I know that nah, let me not do this right now. I can wait, then I'm gonna do it. People say, oh, he's fighting because he need to make some money. No, I want to fight because I love to fight. You know what I'm saying? I've been bringing my old self back. So my old self used to take short notice fights and beat these dudes. But my old self forgot one thing: staying ready so you don't got to get ready. That means eating clean, have your little cheat meals here and there, train, do what you need to do. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm programming my body right now to stay on that same regimen. Like I said, Bruce Lee did 100 reps of everything every day. 100 reps every day. And I thought about it like, wow, what if I'm just doing 100 reps of everything every day? And since I've been doing his resume, like everything's 100, it feels great. It,
Oh
it
damn.
feels
Okay.
it feels like, oh, bet, cool, bet, bet. understand this now. So now it's like, what are you doing? I'm trying to be quicker. I'm trying to be more explosive. I'm trying to be more awareness. I'm trying to be quick. So when I hit these dudes, I can see it. So yeah, man, I'm taking a lot of change in a lot of things because I really want to hurt these dudes in a respectful way. But when I get in that cage with you, I'm not gonna play with you.
Yeah, and, a lot of people, I think they do wanna see you succeed, and that's why I think you do get some backlash a little bit. Those are, I think, 50% or a certain percentage are your supporters who are, like, upset that you're not, you know what I mean, succeeding like they wanna see from you, but
Yes,
you're
facts.
locking in now.
Yes, I'm locking in now. That's the main thing, bro. Like when I lost to Frem and I was and before I started hanging around idiotic people, I locked in for 2 fights and was on the 2 win streak. And then I got comfortable. And then I fucked up and then lost to Ruzabov and then beat Dennis. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, fuck. But now, come here,
Gotcha.
guys. You know what I
Uh,
mean? So
yeah, and the sets of 100 and shit like that, you've been seeing some payoffs? I feel like that's good for cardio too,
yeah,
and keeping the power late in the fight.
oh, of course, yes, and I noticed it too. But man, like when I say like I noticed, like even in my jaws, my breathing, even when I be grabbing people now, it's different. It was like certain muscles that needed to be woken up has been woken up, and I'm like, yes. So that's a good thing. And then now I'm sleeping more and recovering more now. So that's
Bet.
perfect.
You still in Pensacola or what?
Yeah, just for the time being, but how things is going, I'm going to probably be going down south and stuff like that. But everybody starts seeing that when I start posting it and talking about it.